Liberals head off for their summer break, they couldn't just hop on their private jets without leaving us a few gifts. But these gifts smell rotten to me and have many of us questioning Justin Trudeau's motives and true intentions when it comes to our energy sector. The second time in Justin Trudeau's term, his government has approved the Trans Mountain pipeline expansion. Some are jumping for joy, others like myself are skeptical, and others are gearing up for battle. Bill Morneau stopped in Calgary to try to alleviate some of that anxiety and skepticism, but according to energy leaders who were there, all Morneau did was present a bunch of fluff. There was no mention of support for future projects or if our energy sector had a future at all. We all know that the Liberals want to see a total phase out of our energy sector, and it's happening a lot faster than any of us ever thought possible. They consistently tell us that Canada will ease into a low carbon future, but Liberal actions lately seem more like they're throwing our energy sector off a cliff. Yes, they approved Trans Mountain again, but I'm not excited about it or overly optimistic. For one, no permits have even been applied for yet, and for two, I don't believe construction will start as fast as Trudeau says it will. Trudeau says summer, Trans Mountain executives say fall, but that timeline could be pushed back even further if those who are angry at the approval get their way. People like Sephora Berman, who are calling for anti-pipeline groups to warrior up, to obstruct the project, bog it down with legal challenges, and threaten the project by any means necessary. Other groups are calling for violence and destruction. Now remember, these individuals are not afraid of jail time and are heavily funded, well-paid protest groups with backers like Earth Justice, the Tides Foundation, and the Rockefeller Brothers, to name a few. None of these groups are what's truly worrying about me right now when it comes to our energy sector. Justin Trudeau and his team are what worries me. Trudeau can complain in press conferences all he likes about having only one customer for our energy and needing to reach new markets, but then he goes ahead and implements his tanker ban Bill C-48, which ensures that all of our products will remain landlocked. It makes no sense to me. Bill C-48 passed through the Senate by 3 votes, with senators saying that this bill will be devastating to the Alberta and Saskatchewan economies. Senator Dennis Patterson said this bill will completely landlock our oil and destroy any possible new projects. If you thought C-48 was bad enough, Bill C-69 was passed by 20 votes as well. Senator Richard Neufeld calls it one of the most toxic, polarizing, and divisive bills. Our Energy Minister Sonia Savage calls it pathetic and devastating. Based on these 2 bills being approved alone, the environmental protest groups don't even have to mobilize because their biggest and most valuable weapon is our own Prime Minister. So here's my theory. We're only 4 months away from an election. Trudeau approves the Trans Mountain project to pander for votes by dangling this pipeline carrot in one hand, but the other hand is behind his back and has bills to ensure that these shovels never see the dirt. Trudeau knows the eco-activists will bog the project down in the courts, and the Liberals are smiling because everything they've ever wanted is going to plan. Our energy sector is phased out, and Trudeau can say that he tried. His approval of Trans Mountain is really meaningless. We're already seeing the separatist movement taking root in Western provinces in a way that I have never seen before in my life. Bills like C-69 and C-48 have many wondering if Confederation is even worth it anymore. We all know that I am not a fan of separation, but we can only take so much before we truly believe that us Western provinces aren't valued, needed, or wanted before we walk away. Premier's asking Trudeau to consider that what he's doing is causing irreparable damage to our economies. It doesn't threaten national unity. It shows Trudeau that there are dangerous tensions brewing. Where Pierre Trudeau gave the West the finger, Justin Trudeau blatantly tells us where to go and how to get there, showing us that the biggest threat to not just our energy sector, but to Canada's unity as a whole is and always has been a Trudeau Prime Minister.